Welcome to day 16 of the 21 day sprint. And we have covered a lot in this 15 days, one by one. There were a lot of tools that were shared, and every day we did meditation, which was brilliant. It definitely helped me. I assume that it also helped you. And all the people who are catching up with recording, thank you for catching up. And for some of you, you haven't, please do catch up, because we will be removing the recordings and we'll be adding it in a different place. And, so it will be easy for you to do it in this community page, right? So day 16. Last week was all about bringing everything to paper. How are we going to plan our time system, from time system to quarterly system? And important thing is, you have to start to monitor your ideal week analysis. Am I blocking my time, focus free? And am I also blocking my activities within that, which is your ABC, which is like you're taking, okay, enough fascinating things and you're adding. And so that's what you're going to do. And we finally ended up with a gratitude tracker, just to remind, why are we doing all these things? Because we have already a lot of blessings and we just want to add more to it. So that's where we left. This is a very, very powerful one. I normally do that very beginning, even before I start anything, just to remind you that the clock is already ticking and we don't know when the clock will stop, but we just assume tomorrow will be the same as today, and today is as good as yesterday. So I won't be giving you the printout of this, because I just want you to take your workbook, which you are using it, and start to draw that yourself, because it then sinks in even better. So I'm going to stop the share and I'm going to start this share. This is very personal, and let's do it. So this is called Life Expander. Life Expander. So I'll give you a minute for you to draw this. Take your book and draw this. So you don't need to have name and date, that's yours. But I just want you to start from the today, which is a small dot, and bring that arrow to a kind of a rectangle box, and then drop it up to another rectangle box, put the arrow there. And on the side, I just want you to write, these are some of the specifications, or you can call it goals, that you're working to, right? Obviously, with part of all this ABC, your goals tracker. We didn't touch goals tracker. That would be standard. Everybody does. We didn't do that. But you have your own target for health. You have your own targets for how much money you want to make. You have your own targets for your personal and spiritual relationship and contribution. That's what we're going to write there. But for now, just create this template yourself. And once you have done that, then you move to the left side, where you are going to write age, and you are going to finish that box. Let me know once you have finished this drawing, because I came in early, so I did that drawing already. So once you have finished the drawing, put it in the chat box that you have finished this drawing. So you're starting from today, go all the way, one box, two box, then you create this one, and then you have age and stuff. Again, this doesn't stop you. You can add any more of the buttons here if you want, or goals that you want. But I thought these are the 5 key factors that kind of brings it all together for us, people in our life. On me, my own objectives, money obviously is important. You can't run away from it. Health is important. Contribution, what is it that we are leaving behind? It's there. So once you have done it, let me know. So Deepa and I are done. Video, once you have done, we will make a start on this. So give enough space to write, or pick up just the one thing, one action that you're going to do, So it depends on, I normally give I'm normally very bad in drawing, so I normally give 1 space. But if you have space to write 3, then you can write 3. So do it. So I assume you all have done. So primarily, what we are going to do here, today is today's date. I just want you to write today's date here, which is 30th of January, 2023, 30/01, 2023. That goes in there as today. Once you have written, that's where we start. That's your starting point. Now, you have done that. And you just have to write in this box, which is very first box, what is your age as of today? What's your age as of today? So write your age there. And once you've added, I just want you to first fill this. Okay, you are doing this program and you are setting yourself some objectives, right? What are these objectives? What are your health goals out of this 21-day sprint? And I just want you to take a minute to finish this, minute or two to finish this. Variety health goals. This is based on what you know today, based on your circumstances today. What are your current goals? There is no time limit associated to it. Just write it. Contribution here means what are you leaving behind? What do you want people to remember you for? So it's a family, because that itself is big, bringing up a family and your kids think about you, that, I'm a good father, I'm a good mother, I'm a good aunt, good sister, good brother. It's a contribution, or that could come with relationships, but contribution outside this, what is it that you want to leave behind? Relationships, we already covered in length, your top 20, top 20 farm club, top 20 core club and others, but it's important. Relationship wise, what is it? It's key relationship that you want to manage there. Personal, it's your own goal, your fascinating thing. Right. If you have done, let me know. Right. This is a personal question, but we all have to do this. So you now know what's your current day is. If you're allowed to guess your last day, when will it be? So in my case, my age today is 42. And I have given myself 67 as my death day or a death year. So that gives me 67 years of life. So I just want you to put a number there. Don't think too much about it. Your immediate family, your mother, your grandmother, how long did they live, kind of gives you a pattern about what could be this number. Because we don't know, we don't know. Even tonight could be last day for me or next hour, but let's not be philosophical about it, but just put a number in. Let's put a number in. 67 is the age my father died, so I'm just giving myself that same number, 67. So I just want you to reflect on this, right? So 42 to 67 gives me roughly 25 years. 25 years, and I have this kind of objective. You put that number in this box, Lydia. So today is here. This is your current age. This is the current date. This is the age or age where you think that you might die. It goes in there, right? So primarily, the clock is ticking, right? So I might think it's 25 years. Today morning, my son just reminded me, Daddy, you are not the same as you used to be before. And you better close down all your debt in the next year. We don't want to take any risk. So it's a good thing. So we thought we'll be the same as last year or year. So it just goes in there. So primarily, I just want you to now deeply reflect on the date and also on your goals And would you like to change any of those goals here? Or would you like to add any of your goals like this? You know what? The interesting thing is, if you start to look after your health, if you start to cover yourself with, if you start to give your own personal time, if you balance all your relationships okay, and if you live a life where you're contributing to others, there is a possibility that this number 67 might increase, right? Because you're fulfilled. If so, I just want you to give a number here, which is plus. So in my case, I moved from 67 to 77. So if I have 10 more years, what will I do? What will I do? Today, based on what I know, this is all my goals. But there is a positive aspect to it, because I'm going to look after myself, look after my relationship, manage my money, manage my time, manage my health. Obviously, that's going to have a positive influence on my age, which means I'm going to have at least maybe a year or 6 months more than what I could have. If so, what will I do in that additional 6 months? Don't rewrite this. Just focus on incremental. What will you do in this additional 6 months or 1 year or 10 years, depending on what you chose here? And I just want you to reflect on this for a minute or two. What you have written here, what will you do if you have this additional 1 year, 2 year, 5 years suddenly being given to you? What will you do here? This should be above and beyond what you have written here. And think it through and write it there. The question you just need to ask yourself is, if I've been given that bonus years of life, and if I'm going to do that bonus years, why am I not doing it now? Because sometimes you can't do that now, because if I assume, okay, at the age of 67, my kids might be 30, or 28, 27, or if I live until 77, there is a possibility they might get married, so I might see my grandchildren. So that means if I live longer, I could see my grandchildren, which means that I need to look after myself even more to see my grandchildren. So what it distills, this life expander, what it tells you is, it puts you a stronger purpose. If you are given a cutoff date to live, and by God's grace or by additional factors, you are given that extra few hours or few days or few months or few weeks or few years, what will you do? That means you will not be wasting any time, or you will not be looking at every day the same. You will be trying to achieve what you want to achieve before you die within the next 3 years, or within the next 5 years, or within the next 3 months, right? And that is what we have as the bigger future. And you do this cycle every 3 years or every year, just to remind you that, you know what, while it's all great that, you know, I'm 42, next year I'm 43, and I'm changing my objective, or the goals are still going to be the same. And it's last year to this year because I'm okay, I'm still able to move. Um, Whereas, assuming that cutoff could very well be shortened, right? Life expander could be life shortening as well. Because today is 42. You know, if I don't look after myself, if I don't do any of these things that I have in goals, so if I don't do the exercise, if I don't do the meditation, if I don't sleep properly, then obviously I already have enough issues. So which means that 67 could very well be 47. Right. So, and I reflect on that not as often as I used to do. Before I used to do it very well. And what that means is it reminds you of your bigger future. It reminds you that, yeah, I can do this. These are all my goals. But now I have a buffer, additional 3 years or 3 months. I can still do one or two things more. So you now added one or two things more and do it part of your existing goals. You do this exercise again. Now, what you're adding here is more and more and more. You are creating your bigger future. You're not waiting for it to happen. Okay, now what do I think during the last few days of my deathbed, or who do I want to see, what do I want to do, etc. You are going to start to do it as quickly as possible. And that's what you call life expander. There are people who are doing a lot of interesting exercises, like they change their, you know, whatever the inner parts of the body, they're changing things to just with the AI and stuff that's moving. They're working through. There are machines that gives you, that burns you more calories in the shortest time compared to what you do in a normal exercise. You know, things have been so advanced, and you can prevent. There are people who are working, especially some of the high net worth individuals are working so that they pretend or they prevent from getting cancer, which means they are creating their own cells, more cells through AI, through different way of, you know, genomics, DNA and stuff. So they are very, very keen on this life expander. So they don't want to take a risk. So they just focus on that, which means it's a bonus for them. So we as mortal humans, we can only set goals, and we could only say, okay, there is a time limit for us. And between the time limit, if we look after ourselves, achieve these goals, that might mean that, you know, we might be living slightly more longer than what we are trying to do. And that's, or if we don't achieve that, then that number that we have might come down. So that's the reminder for us with life expander or life contraction. I didn't talk about life contract, talk about only life expander. So I just want you to reflect on this today before we add any more from tomorrow. And then think, okay, the goals that you're doing is going to happen in a finite time. And the more you try to do it quicker, more it gives you space for doing something else. That's your bonus years. And every year, when you add more and more of these bonus elements to your existing life, that gives you a lot more, and your future becomes bigger. And that's the point here. And that's the life expander. And keep the page, and you can maybe recreate another page, and every year try to do that. And it will be useful. So that's the note for today, life expander. And we'll continue tomorrow at 4 p.m. UK. That's it. Let's move on to our weekly meditation. But reflect on this and work on this exercise. It will give you a different perspective.
Search thousands of jobs across the UK. Find a job that works for you.
Let's do the meditation.
Hello and welcome. Start by finding yourself a safe, comfortable position, sitting or lying down. Wherever you may be, get yourself comfortable, and then just allow your eyes to gently close down. Gifting yourself this time of relaxation and stillness. Reaching out for that inner peace. Begin to bring your awareness inwards to your breathing and start to slow your breathing down to a nice, natural rhythm. Allow your focus to fall onto the rise and fall of your chest. Feel as your chest expands on the inhale and slowly falls on the exhale. On your next breath, take a long, slow, deep breath in, fully expanding your lungs, and then slowly exhale. Again, take another slow, deep breath in, holding for just a second, and then slowly release. Begin to center yourself, simply focusing on your body. Become aware of your heart beating in your chest. Feel every beat. Notice any areas within your body that is holding tension. Give yourself permission to release it. Relax every muscle, allowing them to become loose and heavy. Fuel them with healing, positive thoughts. Relax your face, your jaw, your shoulders, and your feet. Everything in between. Release and relax. Be thankful for how much your body does for you. Understand how important it is to rest and relax. Allow your mind and body to fully let go and release all tension. Allow the music to calm you. As you listen to my words, continue breathing, slow, easy breaths. Next few moments, on every exhale, in your mind, tell yourself, relax. Breathe in and breathe out. Relax. Notice how relaxed you have become. Stay in the moment, calm and tranquil. Continue breathing easy, gentle breaths, allowing yourself this time to heal and relax. Let us try this exercise again. This time, in your mind, count each of your inhales and again tell yourself to relax on the exhale. Breathe in, 1, breathe out, relax. You may now stop counting as you take notice how deeply relaxed you have become. Be proud of yourself for taking this time to relax and heal. As this meditation comes to a close, you may stay in this peaceful, relaxed state for as long as you wish. Otherwise, you can just slowly open your eyes, coming back to full reality, back to your full awareness.
Hey, that's the start of our final week, day 16. It's about life expander. Yeah. See you tomorrow, 4 p.m. Take good care and have a great evening or morning, night. See you.